welcome to BB Skills and Fitness. I'm Luke Brimble. In this video, we'll talk about what rugby boots should I be wearing. If you like the contents of this channel, make sure you subscribe and press the notifications bell, and this will tell you when we upload new content. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you give us a like. So I often see players wearing the wrong footwear, and as a young player, I could admit that I didn't actually know what footwear I should be wearing. So there are things that you need to take into consideration when choosing a pair of rugby boots. One of the biggest things to consider is the pitch conditions. Is the pitch wet, muddy, or dry, or are you playing on an artificial pitch? So if the pitch is muddy, soft, wet, I'm going to need a bigger stud. If the conditions are dry, the pitch is hard, or if I'm on an artificial pitch, I'm going to need a slightly smaller stud. But it's not as simple as that, because in rugby we have different positions, and different positions demand different footwear. So first we'll talk about what boots you need as a forwards rugby player. So in the front row we have the big boys. These are props and a hooker. This position demands a boot with a lot of studs. You're going to have 8 big players from the opposition pushing against you, and you're going to have 5 players from your team pushing behind you. You're going to need all the grip you can get. So in muddy, wet conditions, we recommend 8 studs are needed in this position. And here are some good examples of boots with 8 studs. Various brands will make these boots. Over the years, Adidas are really supporting rugby and providing boots of a really good quality. As you can see, in amongst the metal studs there are also molded studs. So players in the front row, props and hookers, are predominantly going to be placed around rucks in rugby. A lot of securing the ball, pushing and wrestling against other players, running short distances, a lot of getting up and down, making tackles, back onto your feet, being tackled. So these boots aren't built for speed. This isn't football. Okay, we're not just running around a pitch. We have got people trying to push us, tackle us and wrestle us off a ball. In better conditions and artificial pitches, I would reduce the amount of studs and reduce the length of the stud, depending on the pitch you're playing on. What we would recommend is having a couple pairs of boots, so you've got the option to change and meet the conditions you'll be playing in. And our top tip, make sure you've got your stud keys. So now we'll move on to second row and back row players. So you've got locks, flankers and a number 8. The locks are going to need a boot with, again, good stability, as they're providing the support to the hookers and the props. Locks are the main driving force of the scrum. If you don't have the correct footwear, you're going to struggle to get a good push onto the props and the hookers. Flankers and number 8s are going to need a boot that provides more speed, but also provides the stability in the scrum. So what you'll see is now players in these positions wearing boots that I refer to as hybrids. So you have the mixture of the stud and the molded or blade. The good thing about these boots, and especially Adidas, is that you can change the stud length. Adidas do offer different studs. They'll offer a football stud, a soft ground and a very soft ground stud. So you've got the options to change your boot very quickly. So depending on the pitch conditions, you can just simply change the studs. So now we move on to the backs. And these players need a boot that offers more speed. So you'll often see these players wearing those similar to the flankers and number 8. So they'll be wearing the hybrid boots, or you'll often see them wearing boots with 6 studs. And on hard surfaces, you'll often see these players wearing molded boots. Wingers and fullbacks will often kick, so they'll need a boot that offers this. Other kicking to consider will be will be conversions and penalty kicks. And our biggest tip is make sure you have 2 pairs of boots. You never know, they might get damaged or the conditions might change. So ladies and gents, I hope this will help you when you're buying your next pair of boots. Only 4% of my viewers are my subscribers, so if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe, press the notifications bell, and this will let you know when we release our new contents. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you give us a like and leave any comments down below. So thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you in our next video.